At 9 o'clock.
Well, I'm teaching me how to that time, man. I don't know how to that
You
time.
look at the number, Pops.
You know what?
Everything is digital. Everything is digital. You there? Yeah.
But what happened, eh?
Bogo, you there?
Go put it one side you do.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah, better.
But that's you gonna be doing all kind of shit.
I'm a stranger, Pops.
You gonna be doing all kind of bullshit on the radio, yo.
Bogo, that Canadian.
Now he almost $22 in Canada. The boy very in Canada have a dog.
For you?
Yeah, the dog rat activate. The boy attack him.
There was a scarcity of dogs.
Yeah, ain't no dog. You couldn't find dog. You got a nigga dog that attack it, it would beat you.
I'm not saying this to make fun or to actually laugh at any area in the country. My trip around Liberia, I'm serious. I did not see any dog in Foya. I'm not joking. Now, you're doing live. I said there's no dog.
No, not everywhere a whole dog. Not everywhere a whole dog.
They have a phobia for dogs.
Bashonian hunt with dog a lot. Nimbayan hunt with dog a lot.
Well,
maybe dogs are delicacy.
Maybe they have a phobia for dogs.
Yeah, but I just don't know how to talk about the Bogo dog. All the people eat with.
You have a
phobia of a dog.
But really,
they eat it too much, scarce.
Not really, nothing.
Yeah, how rabbit can be high in la brother and a dog can be high in Lufa.
Nothing wrong with dog eating and stuff.
But I eat dog on the mission.
Big story. Let's get to it. Hot 107.9.
But I mean, question. One question. Let me start. Give me.
Of course.
For me to have an intro.
This is the intro.
Mingo. Hello.
Let me ask
23. You all right?
When you're ready to do the program, then you let me know.
I read it, but I read it. Oh, but when I first get, if you there, where you riding can get if you there.
No, I can go.
So let me get to this.
Yeah, man.
The first question I want to ask you.
Yes, sir. And chief.
And these are the questions that came from me.
That's Poker.
Of course, and other people.
Is it who?
How did Charles Taylor manage to get to
where?
Greater, how did he go to Greater Liberia? How did he assume Greater Liberia? Because he wasn't there. What led him to make Greater Liberia, which is Gbanga, aka Gbanga, his base?
Very good question, but for 14 years now, you have never asked a question which made you stupid. You have never had a question, but I'm ready for contempt from Keke Rado. You're calling. You're coming for contempt. Keke, let's play on Keke. The Donny, 55th. I know you're smart. 5 senses with 5 stupid people. Where do? My son, yo. My son, parallel.
Nothing they can do.
I'm going. So, now, there's a beautiful question, and thank God my whole family here, Stone Grain, Boko, and Orugab, or Mikot, and all the things, Magredi, and all the rebel here. Now, when you say Greater Liberia consisted of all the territory that Taylor had captured up to December 1990. Including Central Liberia, specific date, Bon County, provincial capital, Bangat. And what is the one?
Are we so T using today?
All right.
Now, geographically, and advantageous to military knowledge. Gbanga was a good place for Taylor to establish his headquarters because he was able to have military peripheral. Now, I will break it down, but let me just speak the English for it. Military peripheral sighting of all of his surroundings when it came to his honor his domain and enemy advancement onto him. Meaning, I break it down now. Gbanga is in Central Liberia. Taylor was in possession of the southeast. Okay? Grand Jide, Sano, Maryland, Grand Cru, River Cess. Okay? The south, Grand Basso. He was in control of Nimba in the east. Okay, he was in control of Cape Mount and bombing and to the what? Bombing again to the west, to the west. Okay, so geographically, Taylor wanted a position that when he said that, he's able to see everybody, able to know the function of everybody around him. That Gbanga was a watchtower. So Taylor sat down in Gbanga. Now, Taylor sat down in Gbanga, created a divisional army by 1991. They used the same format of the United States military. Because it was 91 that he started to appoint generals. Early 91, by February. So he appointed the guy as commanding general for these different brigades that were in these different regions. You understand me? And made them commanding general. Then with every 2 brigades, we consider over 3,000 men, they had a chief of staff. So the function would be the battalion. When I start shooting people for nothing,
sorry, again.
When you're entire kidding?
I'm gonna kill people. Go ahead, sir.
So these divisions were commanded by chief of staff, where it started from squad, from battalion commander to brigade commanding general. The battalion commander will report to the brigade commanding general. The brigade commanding general report to the deputy chief of staff. The deputy chief of staff report to the chief of staff of the division. That's how it ran in all these areas. These regions were divided into divisions. So Gbanga was chosen by Chadero because Gbanga was strategic, geographically, and militarily. It was advantageous. Yes. To answer your question.
Was there any a sort of tussle for Gbanga, or did he just walk in and settle?
The capture of Gbanga was quite simple. The capture of Gbanga happened between.
Who did they capture it from? The Liberian?
No. The Gbanga was initially during the war, 1990, in March. Gbanga was captured by Prince Johnson, the INPFL. Yes.
Okay. I thought it was Lofa Defense.
No, but I started looking at the Lofa Defense Force. They are a bunch of little weak Malaysians. But Lofa Defense Force couldn't even fight mosquito police. But who are Lofa Defense Force?
Sorry, sir.
But I don't even fair with you.
Sorry, sir.
Prince Johnson captured Gbanga in 1990. Prince Johnson did not sit down in Gbanga because he had a lesser personnel. So staying in Gbanga will create or slow down or stalling for him.
Yeah.
Stalling, he will be stalled. And Prince Johnson target was Morovia. And by that time, Prince Johnson was operating with less than 50 men, brother. So Prince Johnson captured Gbanga.
More of a guerrilla type operation.
Tactical guerrilla operation.
Even 100 men can't hold Gbanga.
200 men cannot hold Gbanga, brother. If you say you want to hold Gbanga, you want to bust out in Gbanga, you want to fight in Gbanga, you understand? You want to go at it, guerrilla wise or infantry wise.
Infantry formation.
Infantry formation, you're talking about at least one brigade will be able to hold Gbanga. But I'm talking about at least a 700 or 1,000. But I'm not sure the show we're watching. That I'm in Ramo's show we're watching. We're talking about real left. You understand, Bogo? Real left buzzing do. Buzzing real buzzing You know, and Ramo coming to the other side, Shenkro passes so, and John Nori taking Papa. No. He's talking about real war going on, but that ever you fighting Israeli and American train. That's stupid people. So Prince Johnson captured Gbanga. Prince Johnson gave it from Gbanga and moved out through Swakoko and hit or started going to wars or whatever Yanni call it, all the places and going to war bomb my way. You understand, brother? Going to war Hindi, right?
Yeah, in the real thing.
Brother, what did I bring? Brother, you didn't know how to get to yet?
Papa, you know that mean what you go?
Why play get to music, Jana?
Like get to music play?
Hey, brother, yeah, okay. Yeah, one more, give me. But I fight. Hey, artillery, Stop it. Now.
And the better book,
right? And the terrible cried it. Die, put the boss in there. Then die.
Look. You say you got caught? I didn't call video a year for a year.
Bed dead. Daddy. Overdo man, the beautiful, isn't it? So, yeah, but people die, man. So what happened? Actually, Gbanga was very important to the government in 1990 when the war got heated, because Gbanga, the national arsenal, the biggest armed reserve. Me go and hold you listening. The biggest armed reserve for the Liberian government.
Yeah, right now.
Gbanga.
Right now.
Oh, is that guy Gbanga?
Yeah.
The main armory, don't they? When see the armory, when Grady Allison going to the armory, along with General Wright, them when they going to inspect, along with General Jolly, them when they go inspect, him and Duba them. Damn it! When they gone in the high bang and smoking. That don't go and Prince Johnson survive. You someone and don't survive. You remember Prince Johnson having a lot of insisting in the IMPF. That's why they use the capture Gbanga, they move on. MPF came from behind them. Edmund Johnson, John Grube, Paul V, Bora Patrol, Oruga. Look, yeah, Paul V, Monami, Mohamdullah, Oruga, Kopa Woya, what do you mean, or Fede Sanga, or Prince Kwiwongba, Oruga, came from behind because MPF was chasing behind Prince Johnson.
MPF, we just the government now.
No, MPF, Chancellor was.
Sorry.
That's why I moved government from Bongande now, from Gbanga. Prince Johnson just carried Gbanga, he run away.
So Chancellor has Gbanga in its purview. Say this is
Chancellor. Chancellor not thinking about sitting in Gbanga yet. I will tell you one reason why he did it.
So where was his base?
Charles Taylor at the time. Chancellor based at ball play. Nima Kante in the village in the Gio town ball play. He had a training base in ball play. That ball play Taylor was base and you understand me? MPFL now, IMPFL now break away from MPFL. You understand what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah.
MPFL now have a double enemy now. Now we're going to the beginning of MPFL, but I don't mind because I can make it before 9 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
MPFL had a breakaway fashion that they did not want to tell the international community. So Taylor thought I could just subdue Prince Johnson quick. And and everything will be alright. Because Prince Johnson not break away with some top special forces. Prince Johnson break away with Samuel Vanny. Prince Johnson break away with Cooper Miller. Yeah! He break away with men of Cooper Miller. He break away with men of John Tabonyan. He break away with men of Bobo Bowling. Bobo Blinwon, sorry. Bobo Blinwon. Break away with Bobo Blinwon.
Paso, man.
Grandparent, great-grandparent, all of you.
Teammates. Bobo Bouillon.
Bobo Blinwon.
Blimon.
What goes there?
Go come on. Damn, no way. Better got your way. Yeah.
Okay, one people.
No, that could egg bear. Wait a minute, I don't we. Let's go Moravia. That the one I don't we.
Let's go there.
But I got break away along with Prince Johnson. And I got hit Campley. From Campley to got bust up straight. They got fire to walk Bongana away.
Papa Butuo.
Then Butuo behind the guy. Butuo behind the guy. That in Campley Prince Johnson lost one finger. But different story, different. The Prince Johnson get nothing, but I check it. Ain't you innocent bidding?
No, if what I was that. No, what I was what is that?
I think.
Two different wings.
Yeah, but stay, but it is even one day they were bought up.
Hold on.
They saw the video.
Hold on. I'm just letting.
You're easy to see.
Listen,
You can see.
Prince Johnson actually got 9 fingers.
Check it, but I want to lie and like, oh, but I will have
My beginning.
Prince Johnson lost a finger in Campley. That's what you know we're speaking, but I don't therefore. I don't dare the kind of thing for that because my award say you don't give it to me. Say David, I need a award.
We just saw Prince Johnson video.
I need to win award, but you are not looking at it.
If Papa your son.
He lost a finger. He fat.
In the Papa your son.
He Papa Junior.
Yeah, you and Junior talking.
Oh, you're here, Junior. That legend. Over Junior for doing legging. No, but Junior look at him. He got 9 fingers.
Oh, right or left hand?
I don't know the hand, but he got 9 fingers. And it happened in Campley.
Wasn't hard.
Yeah, they were buzzing hard, but they were fighting with against MPF, a mother unit in Campley. And he lost one of the Prince Johnson got 9 fingers. Yeah.
My being actually, yeah, he gave 11.
Yeah. Why
My brother be gay, let me feel like you.
no, but been living with I think I want him for 99.
Am I great?
Yeah, we make a plenty of work.
Yeah, bring on your money, you will pay for it. So that what happened, but so when Gbanga, when MPFL took Gbanga, MPFL advanced, MPFL started advanced, but MPFL were taking that bureau, they were not taking that bureau, can't take back, and they were moving in the tentacles. They were attacking Grand Basso. They were attacking Autopost. Thank you, Boko. They were attacking Basso, Lofa. They were attacking Basso, Nimba, mainly.
Men.
But MPFL had over 178 special forces beside the men where they recruiting ball play, Butuo, Tia play, Can play, Blood Diada, Man Diable, Auto Tapleta, Auto Places. MPFL give 178 special forces. One special force equivalent to 6 regular infantry members.
But our small clan, right? They play you name me small clan.
Big village and we get at least 5,000 residents. And all of the 5,000 residents maybe 2,000 that crowd about, 3,000 that crowd about, all the crowd about John.
Oh, John straight.
They John. You understand me? Ball play. Not ball play. Yes, ball play.
Let me ask you, is it true, or can you verify that Killer MPFL around that time had over 20,000 men?
At the time, no. MPFL not really about 20. MPFL was around 7,000, which was a handful for government, was a mouthful, a handful, a plateful for government. You can have government at the time were not prepared, especially ignorant to that kind of operation. You can have fight 600 gorillas. You can make it. But government could not face 600 gorillas fighting you on about 5-7 war flanks. Yeah, they flanking you, but you can fight 7,000 or 6,000 or even 5,000. Because you get me right.
Impossible.
5,000 gorilla web in civilian clothes.
They're impossible.
But I in civilian clothes. But I know people you don't know the government
in uniform
used to fighting people who were in uniform. And you understand green for green, camouflage for camouflage. Conventional warfare. That's what government was trained for by the United States military mission and the Israelis. But if you have a subversive activity going on in the country where Prince Johnson wearing civilian clothes and somebody wear Muslim gun and all the thing and head about AK on it, but you government die. And the mistake the government made, they were not sending experienced soldiers into Nimba. They were sending recruits, either 90. Damn it, but I was either not the Morel picking, they're from Katira School, or they're from
Weston,
or Weston, or GW Gation. And I begin, they go call here, something, 2 more training. No, you show you how to shoot M1, M1, carry in the bush. Those special forces happy because M1, I carry caliber. They just come to me, let me kill you and kill the damn weapon here. And after you have 172 to 73, a very unreasonable Gio special forces. They don't take shit, but Gio special forces. You know just whatever like Gio man.
At that time they were native. That's
the country, but I don't got to see. That's not going to see Kamole web. Single automatic, but not single. Baku. Let me hear you.
I come probably. Go ahead.
So,
native men coming to you.
Look at country. Look at because we're looking for
Bogo like
they begin from Canada. We see about it. You can go America quick. You can be coming back in Canada. DJ play we just looking fine like this. Just looking tango. He got big. He been right.
You see, my granny get dragged.
My granny, he made that corona hair.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, he can be.
No, true hair.
My granny, everybody will bust your hair, but like how much of you, my granny?
Boy, you wait.
This is spider. That you're picking your guy spider. This is spider. You see, he got PP.
He get tattoo on here.
Tattoo. He got drawing on his skin.
Okay.
10 grand made for
a tattoo. Tattoo.
Tattoo. Say. Man, that spider, bro. They tattoo all way. Oh, yeah, can we play basket? Can we make it by different? Can we enjoy draw all body there and play ball? Damn me, bro. He did body laid down flat.
What is it? You know what it was?
They probably more tension. What they can we causing Prince Johnson?
Yeah.
Be talking PPT.
But Brad Johnson.
Be calling Brad Johnson. Man, can't tell me, man.
Don't be watching the KU.
But goes a cap, yeah, take respect for it. Can't tell me, man.
But what do you think they say? You know, when they first saw the commode, you know, with the clean water.
Boko, you know, Boko that bro, water sure were working at them.
Yeah.
Look at first city, the border way. That was Yekepa. Boko look at enter Yekepa. Bogo Liberia era organ, camo, flush totally, the camo then clean, white. No boy, you give up. See, small wear. I mean, nobody will drink from the camo guy. See, wear. You know what I'm saying? That's why in a small room. In the back. Oh, bro.
See, what?
See, small wear. But about watching close to the beach for long, about in a morale in Buchanan first. They went to the seaside when I was watching their clothes. So get phone, I saw water.
It came from what did that one?
Damn, very, they so blank go. I don't know what kind of soda they man.
They put our fellas I was kidding one.
The men were stole the loot that soap because they loot it again by.
Yeah.
But so the the capture of Gbanga was not no hard fighting. Prince Johnson captured Gbanga, he advanced, MPF took Gbanga. A special force by the name of John Grugbe.
Damn it.
John Grugbe, Special Force, National Patriotic Front of the Biret.
John Grugbe. And I would
name the special force that came to go Gbanga with. It was John Grugbe, it was Paul V, it was Border Patrol, it was Special Force Elwa Mlen, it was the late Special Force Elmer Glade Johnson. You understand? Because the hardest fight MPF had was the capture of Sonny Kweli. Now, this is something I want some caller to call to. Because you know what won't get me talking.
What made it so difficult to
capture? The capture of Sonny Kweli.
On the way
when
to
MPF came from, because MPF came from remember now, Butuo, Dule, Can play, and ball play, TR play, you understand, coming all the way. But Sonny Kweli, the provincial capital of Nima County.
Who are they? EFL?
The armed forces of the bureau. You understand? Under the command of Brigadier General Edward Smith. It was in Sonny Kweli that MPF lost her first battle group commander. MPF first blow. MPF first major blow was in Sonny Kweli. Charles Taylor's first major blow was in Sonny Kweli when he lost a proud son of Grand Basso, Special Force, Paul B. Harris, Korean War veteran, Korea-Vietnam veteran.
What's specialty?
Field artillery, Paul B. Harris.
When you say field artillery,
you thought he eat 106, he eat BZT, the British Zero-Terry missile, he eat all the 106, he eat the 188, he eat the 109, you understand? He eat the 75 cal, 75 caliber, he eat the 50 caliber, Jerry Chiclet. All heavy weapon fall on the Paul B. Harris. If MPF has stayed, maybe until this day, Charles Taylor, because Vision was 2024, maybe there's going to be a monument bill, and Paul B. Harris will be the first name, Paul B. Harris. But now there's a man that had a degree in military science, and that man will learn military science, eating, drinking. The B, I don't know, my son. No, the B is an English name, but I don't know why. I forget now. But it was Paul B. Harris, and he was a major in the U.S. Marine Corps. Paul B. Harris. You can look for it on Google. You look for it, please. I beg you.
How the man of that in?
There's a place, there's a lake, there's a man-made lake in Sonny Kweli called Tibet. You know a man-made lake? Tibet. A man, Commissioner Doma. He made it, the Mano people to make lake. He made them dig the water keeper. He made a Mano Beche to build a lake. Tibet. Lake Tibet.
I know many Mano Domba.
Yeah, because he born by the Mano. I think I meant born about 40 children in Imakani. That was the Dombas. Yeah, he born more than 40 children. That the man who doing the old day in San Diego, the mud houses, but he had it in blacks, like in land. Like how America divided community into black. If the man look at Salva the King house and the wall little bit move order from Salva the King to Stone Grey. The Salva the King wall will be break down. Everybody gotta be level with Stone Grey house. Everybody gotta be even. Now the man that made it, the man put the pole 2x4 on the head, drove it 4 bigger over 8 across the But I'm not lying to you. I don't joke about certain things. I lived in Nima County for many years, and you know a boy. When I'm telling you history of Nima County, it may sound funny, but it's 100% Domba.
Yeah, I heard about the Domba in Nima County. So let's go to how
so Paul B. Harris crossed over. You were resting. Sandy Kwele actually fell 5 times and was recaptured 5 times. And be ever captured Sandy Kwele, he ever take it back. And be ever captured Sandy Kwele, he ever take it back. On the 4th occasion, Paul B. Harris was resting on the bank of Tibet, near the train track, when a sniper picking up. Yeah. Okay. And this General Leopard is my witness because they were on that particular attack. The 4th capture
of Sandy Kwele.
Recapture, government recapture, yeah. A sniper pick up Paul B. Harris. And the one reason was when Paul B. Harris, he had one disability. That's why he was retired from the United States military. He could not hear well.
Okay.
Paul B. Harris had a hearing disorder.
Impediment.
Well. Yeah, hearing impediment. Paul B. Harris got shot there, yeah. That made the MPF extremely pissed. And another ex-Marine, Elmer Johnson, decided I would take it once and for all now. Sandy Kwele almost melted the can over. He already got a lot of infrastructure. Elmer Johnson in play. So MPF took Sandy Kwele for good now. The 5th time took it for good. Elmer Johnson, Glick Johnson. He was a colonel in the U.S. military. But I know him about that brother, a colonel in American soldier.
I can't find him.
Yeah. But Elmer Johnson militarily was next to Charles Taylor. It was Elmer Johnson, Charles Taylor. I was Charles Taylor, Elmer Johnson. Yeah. Then Dopo Menka Zone, then John Tier, go down.
So we in Sandy Kwele right now.
Yeah, so the MPF takes over Sandy Kwele, Elmer Johnson. MPF proceeds to Ganta, Easy Ra, because Colonel Chile retreated. Gene Chile.
Chile Carmen.
Headable. Chemo. Gene Chile retreated. Dodi. MPF takes over Sandy Kwele. MPF then proceeds to Gbanga. They're running behind Prince Johnson. All of them running behind Prince Johnson.
Yeah, chasing him.
Prince Johnson take it straight from Gbanga. He take it Swag Coco. He end up Swag Coco. He take it from behind Cottington Way. Straight fire bomber. Yeah. The whole Liberia connected Boko. Boko, you know that you can move from over there, from Cottington. You go behind there. Where I played in Plateau Town, you go beyond Plateau Town, you go,
but
and
in the forest.
You go that forest road, and you go, you go westward, you go westbound, you will go straight to Bowmans. You will go to Bowmans. Yeah, that mean you bypass in Hindi, you bypass Hindi, and you end up Bowmans. That how Prince Johnson end up Bowmans before the MPF.
So the park go in the forest.
Yeah, it's forest road. So Prince Johnson end up Bowman. From Bowman, Prince Johnson used the train track. Did not actually face resistance anymore till he reached Monrovia, Caldwell, specificity.
Pull out his base there.
Any sorts of resistance?
Minor resistance from the AFL. Minor. AFL already on the run. AFL on the back foot, man. Ever strongest resistance against the MPF and the IMPF was Monrovia. Monrovia, Buchanan, small, because AFL recaptured Buchanan. on the MPFL capture began on May 19, Saturday, May 19, Saturday, May 26, AFL recapture under Captain Isaac Andrews and Colonel Apperton.
So let me.
Apperton?
Yeah, Apperton.
Yeah, let me fast forward.
Anthony Apperton.
Taylor,
he passed it. They killed him in an attack.
MPFL.
Colonel Apperton.
MPFL.
Yeah.
Finally takes over Sandy Quarter for once.
Yeah.
Free ride to Ganta.
Yeah.
And subsequently a free ride to
Gbanga.
Gbanga.
Yes, sir.
So Taylor sets up in Gbanga.
Taylor does not set up in Gbanga. Taylor continue operation. Taylor is not thinking about settling down. Taylor leaves Gbanga now. Taylor gets back through Kokoya, gets on the back road from Yela Way, Duo Way, and starts to go towards Liberia Record Company number 3, Weird Zone. But are we talking MPFL and some there? You understand me, man? I'm talking now. Listen. I'm giving you demographic Amadisate. And who?
Before that time, had they ever made any communication with the BBC?
Taylor first time communicating with BBC was January 6, 1990, when he claimed responsibility for the insurgents into Liberia. Although Taylor making morale, Taylor don't talk on BBC between 3:05, he would talk 5:15. When he don't talk 5:15, he with Chris Pickerton. Chris Pickerton was the host, but he would be talking with Robin White. He'd be talking with Mark Doyle, or he would be talking with Jeremy Skeet.
What was Taylor's conversation with Robin White in 1990? His first interview. Can you
Robin
remember?
White, yeah, I remember. Robin White asked Taylor,
Bobby, I beg you, please.
Yeah, you want to hear it?
Yeah.
BBC World Service at 17:05 Greenwich Mean Time. This is Chris Pickerton with Focus on Africa. The Liberian war has finally got its owner. Charles Taylor claims responsibility. A look at your letters, weekend sport, and the last word tonight in Focus. A man in charge of procurement in Liberia during the Samuel Doe's regime, Charles Taylor, has announced responsibility for the war in Liberia. On the line from his headquarters at Nimba County, Robin White asked him what exactly was going on. Robin, we have taken over the first 15% of Liberia. we have taken over Butu is in Nimba County, and we are proceeding to Monrovia. So, Mr. Tyler, is this a battle of conquest for Liberia? Oh yes, Robin. We will take Monrovia, and Samuel Doe will have to leave. So, are you saying that you're just going to march through? Robin, this is not an easy ride. This is a military campaign. We will have to go through what we have to do. We will have to do everything possible to reach Monrovia, but that is our goal, and that's what we will do. So, are you using a majority Geo people? But I had him looking. Robin, I don't have a question.
You're clever, you know. Listen, that was it.
Yeah.
Those, by the time somebody we in the diaspora now.
Yeah.
And so we used to fight for those news. And those were the absolute exact. Suppose that Robin White was Taylor's best friend, my man.
You know what man said, but in memoir, he said he enjoyed interviewing Taylor more than anybody ever.
804, Hot Water 7.9. Let's try to go to the hotline and see who all is on the hotline before we come into. I ain't even told you the whole line on fire. Okay. Both neither on 0886 107 107. 0886 107 107 0770 107 107. What questions you have quick before we get into the real deal?
My life.
Hello, Hot FM.
Oh, the Honorable man. From District 17. How you coming on there?
Yes, sir. And then where you call from, Chief?
This is Albert Kamoga. I'm calling from Carwell.
Let's hear you quick.
My man, I just tell people thank you, man. My man, too much politics, man. Who tired with it? I leave me enjoying it. Say, you go ahead.
Yeah, all right. Okay. More callers here on the hotline. Hello.
Yeah, hello, Blue. This is Triple Chair here in Gbanga.
Let's hear you, Chief.
Triple.
Yeah, I just want to thank Grandpa for the splendid presentation. I'm following live, and I'm ready again. The interview is very splendid. We look forward, but the issue I have with the lawmakers, like you said, even though some of the words are harsh, but I don't think as a lawmaker you should be there to be protesting instead of you being problem solver. They have the authority to call the finance minister, and yesterday the finance minister appeared. I mean, they needed to hold him accountable, and they needed to make him to pay for not adhering to the demands of the Honorable House of Representatives and the legislature in general. Because you cannot be a twin monarch cannot be taking care of one group of the children and then leaving the other children aside. I think that is outrageous and that is totally unfounded. I am of the opinion that in fact lawmakers are supposed to be making at least 50,000 a month USD because of the demand and the responsibilities that are being attached on the lawmakers because they are the direct representation of the people. Whenever somebody sits in their home and they have headache, they come to the lawmaker. When school fees are to be paid, they come to the lawmaker. When people are sick, they come to the lawmaker. And so there are a lot of responsibilities being attached. I also want the lawmaker to hold the media accountable because they are only feeding the public with information that lawmaker is making millions of dollars. In fact, these guys are sampling resources. The lawmaker are sampling resources. In turn, setting the responsibility of the lawmaker and also that will commensurate with the citizenry. Because citizens need to know their responsibility too.
Henry W. Blama. If you don't have all the things, you didn't come on the show, bro. Hello, Hott FM.
Hey, Mr. Blue.
Yes, sir, Chief. Get in where you come from.
Yeah, I'm calling from LPRC. I want to find out something from you.
Yeah.
I want to ask you a question. How do you feel when one of your guys said you will set the legislature in place?
Okay, well, those are frustration talks. I don't think the colleague meant it. Hello. Sorry.
Labubu?
No, Labubu.
No,
the line.
All the lines are on fire. Hello.
Overdue?
Yeah, Blue. How are you, sir?
Yes, sir. Where you call from?
Yeah, I'm calling from Clarendon.
1 minute, quick.
You left Easy Milan.
Yeah, I want to ask the Papi.
Yeah.
Papi, at any time during the 90s, the Civil War, were MPF driving out of Liberia?
Yeah. MPF was driving out of Liberia in early January of 1990. The AFL actually hit them out back into Cote d'Ivoire, and then they came back in within a few days. But yes, they were pushed out of Liberia. Yes, they were.
So AFL had some better potency.
Yeah.
All right. More callers here on these hotlines.
Very briefly, maybe 2 or 3 days maximum, and they came back.
Hello.
As a guerrilla group, they don't die easily.
Yeah. How you doing?
Hello, hi. Where you call from?
Yeah, I'm Rufus calling from Baropado's ground.
Let's hear you, Chief.
Yeah, Rufus.
Yes. I think the Papi is still there, what he said about the war. But I want to ask him, I have a few questions for him.
Yeah, ask your question, I'm listening.
Yes, I never hear about Ganta because you need to was telling me when time they capture Ganta.
I did not even call the time they capture Senegal. I did the capture. I was talking about this was.
No, they capture Senegal and nobody Ganta. They put them when you Ganta. They capture Ganta several times.
That's what I did not. I did not talk about the capture of Ganta, my son. You did. So your question, I didn't talk about the capture. I told you who was there, Captain Colonel Chile. But I didn't say how many times they fought to take Ganta. I did not talk about that.
Okay, all right. Let's get to this.
Oh, they begin one.
Let's get to this one. Hello.
Barry going Frisky.
Hi, sir. Where do you call from?
This is Dominic Aku calling from Spiritual SK.
Dominic Aku, fire. What you say?
Yeah, something the part said about Prince Johnson cutting his finger. He conflict between MPFL and IMPFL. But let me say this. Let me just rectify it.
Go ahead.
Prince Johnson's finger got caught, when Samuel Doe said all those are living in Limba with their children, they should leave. And Prince Johnson, Samuel Doe sent all the heavy artillery. So the fight that was between Prince Johnson and AFL, I have Prince Johnson's finger got caught.
It was between AFL. It was between AFL and IMPFL.
Yes.
It was not between MPFL and IMPFL.
No. It was between AFL and Prince Johnson.
Reason I said MPFL because there was a very close battle right there in the very same time you are speaking. But thank you very much.
So the man finger caught. That all I want to establish.
Yeah. His finger got caught, and after his finger caught, he used a sin hand to write a letter to Charles Taylor. That when Taylor crossed the border, he should be arrested and executed.
Thank you. It was around the same time when the former police got died but what do you mean?
Hello.
Moses Duopu.
Okay.
They were around seeing Moses Duopu died. They trying talking about the letter business.
Yes, sir. Then we call from.
Yeah, but they got that view letter. Hello, view.
You what?
Calling from drugs in things.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, talk.
Yeah, I just want to commend the old man for tonight. All the time, I'm always listening to this program, but I'm very enjoying it. Now, everything should not be politics, eh? Sometimes good to reminisce and fine.
Yeah. This is why this program is about. 2 more callers and get back to business. Hello.
Hello, Blue.
Hello.
Yeah, Bob, how you doing, man?
All right, my son. How you feeling?
Thank God. We are calling from Lower Magini County. My name is Daniel William.
What part of
Hello.
What part of Lower Magini?
Duazon.
Okay, cool. Let's hear you, Chief.
Yeah, Bob, along the way, when Prince Johnson got sanitary, on the way to Gbanga, what major event happened? And I didn't hear you talk about it.
We gonna
the killing of our former superintendent from Grand Bassa, John Waseku.
Oh, but Kweku died on the front line, but Kweku died way around Bella, man. Come on now. Kweku died around Bella between Nima and Bon County. That when Kweku died, John White, yeah. Kweku died along with another guy called John Nyanimbo, the father of Isaac Nyanimbo. Yeah, thank you for the reminder. Yeah, but I was going to get to that, my son, but you know that my one head, my head now, my son. I don't be Google.
So it happened before Prince Johnson to Gbanga.
The killing of Kweku?
Yes.
Yeah, but I was in the process because Kweku died in an ambush. And now the ambush, you guys said before they take Gbanga. Thank you very much. Thank you. Kweku died in an ambush. John Wild Kweku, former superintendent.
You're the other guy that gave that correction. Let's hear you. Hello.
Hello.
Mama, you back again? Your name again?
Yeah, this is Dominic Aku. You know, the Pop always talking about this war, and I can't hear you mentioning Brooks Gbanga, who are one.
No, stop. Dominic.
No, Brooks.
Dominic,
hold on.
Yeah.
I can tell you that Brooks Gbanga, aka Zimbabwe Eagle, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that should show you that the Papa always talk about Brooks Gbanga, and that's one of my favorite special forces.
Dominic, stop,
man. And DJ.
Yeah.
You know that he working with foreign affairs in early days. He working.
Bro, the foreign affairs.
Hello.
Zimbabwe, you go to foreign affairs.
Hello. Yeah, he works with foreign affairs. But he changed the name from Brooks Gbanga to Joseph Lama.
Joseph, I will find.
Yeah, he did.
Somebody give me paper. Quick.
Joseph Lama.
Somebody give me
paper.
And Zimbabwe Eagle has always been one of my favorite special forces.
Yeah, very senior.
Yeah.
Zimbabwe
Eagle.
Joseph Lama.
He took over Giastown. When Giastown couldn't fall, he took over
Giastown. This is foreign affairs.
Okay, all right, we'll find him.
He said Joseph Lama.
Try to go speak.
I will find. Damn it. All the man he's a movie was Domingo, the late Domingo Ramos.
Did he do a lot of killings?
No. He was a good guy, but he was a very trained soldier.
Hello.
He captured a lot of ground. Brooks Gbanga,
Hello, yes, sir. Then where you go from?
I will tell you why to go in Zimbabwe Eagle.
Yeah.
I'm calling from Brazil. One of the things I want to ask, the knowledge generation is passed away. Living with the past generation that will come after to know what happened in this country. We need a book, at least it's a big try and see if we can get a book writing and people can buy it and be reading it so the history can
Let me say this. You're right. You're right. But from the start, one time, we were record all these programs, all these shows. We set up a thing here. We say, y'all can buy 1 hour CD with some episode for $5. Now one person can hear. The Liberian people are so not encouraging. Now these are information, from both callers and the pops that people that universities and colleges and all these higher institutions not even teaching. Because some of the professors in the university didn't even live these moments. But we said, come buy 1 hour CD for $5. We've been on this program. We've been talking about these things there for the past 13 years. Now one person has come to support this show.
Are they staying in store? Do you have the CD?
My man, no CD again, man. No CD again. When we're ready, we'll call you again. When we're ready again, we'll call you again to come support the show.
Pay for the material.
When we're ready, we'll call you again to come support the show, but we know y'all will not come. And that's just it. That's how we've been rolling. We do this. Me and the Pops here, we've been doing this show here for the past 13, 14 years, strictly because we got passion. If we didn't have passion, we go a different way. I am a representative of the people, but I still come here once a week to educate our people. Because I know if we don't pass this knowledge, you can't learn it in school. You understand? We're trying to educate our people of these gruesome days so you can't go back to those times.
Yeah.
Because you don't know where you go until you know where you coming from.
Yes.
Last caller. Hello.
Hey, Blue.
Yes, sir.
I mean, your put my show one CD. I'm coming to buy it tomorrow.
Man, no CD, man. You're the other CD.
When we're ready, we'll put a series of show on stage. And then y'all can buy it so y'all can support the program. Yeah?
Yeah. Anytime you're ready, you put it now. I'll come buy my own, yeah?
Thank you, Dado. All right. Okay. So, Pop, let's get on. It's 8:17.
Yeah, man.
I don't know if you can make it in 43 minutes.
Easy, but I just ask you a question.
So we had some callers to talk about the takeover of Gbanga, of Ganta, the battle in Ganta, but this is not.
It's not very important.
No, but it's very so the symptom to our discussion here.
Yeah.
Now, I want you to fast forward to the relevance of Greater Liberia.
Okay.
And how Charles Taylor said it, Greater Liberia.
Okay.
And then I want you to diverge down to normal days in Greater Liberia.
Okay.
How was the atmosphere?
Okay.
How was peace? How was the outlook and everything until all hell broke loose?
Okay. So the war happened. Taylor took 96% of Liberia. Taylor's first major base in any modern area was Buchanan at the flour mill, Liberia Milling Company, where they used to make the flour called Life Flour, LIFEFLOUR, Life Flour, where they call flour mill in Buchanan, where they call New Buchanan right now, is where flour mill. That was Taylor had a base. He and the late Dr. Boubacar Kuka Sanyang, that they call Dr. Manning, the Gambian special force, the man who wanted to be president in Gambia, who overthrew Dawara Jawara for 11 hours and he was overthrown again through Senegal. So the support of Senegal, Abdou Diouf, who was president of Senegal, removed Boubacar Kuka Sanyang, who was a rebel. So that's why you see Taylor had a lot of Gambians behind. You understand me, Bona? Taylor met these guys at Tajura in Libya, and they became close. They became allies. So you help me, I help you, but different story, different day. I will elaborate on the dissidents.
Dissidents.
Foreign forces helping Taylor and why they help Taylor. I will give it to you, but in different contexts.
And we had dissidents in other countries too.
Liberia got dissidents or in DR Congo, Angola, or what demonstrate they are called Nina or you are called who over there. Some of them you know them Google to the people in Liberia passing around here. Again, they want some of them won't be people in government.
I think biggest news today.
Some of them won't be in government, but now some of them won't be in capital building. I will call a name or I'm gonna leave it.
You leave it right now.
Okay.
But probably listen.
Yeah.
I think one of the biggest things that we did here that we unfold in the show tonight. What was about Zimbabwe
Eagle, but how my man Dominic would say I'm called Zimbabwe
but let me say something about Zimbabwe Eagle. You always said that Zimbabwe Eagle was not a cruel or a wicked soldier.
Zimbabwe a good man. But I told you, but I remember I don't know what happened to Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
Two people I don't know what happened to Zimbabwe Eagle, Bruce Gbanga, and another man.
And let me
say, boy, what happened to them?
Okay, Bruce Gbanga.
Yeah.
Gil?
Bagonze. But he's a good guy. He's a Joseph Lama. And I will find him, Joseph Lama. I will even tell Joseph Baga about Joseph Lama. Because I need Joseph too.
All right.
You understand?
So let's go. So we're moving on.
So let's go now. Boko, you there?
Yeah, Pap.
Of course, I'm here.
Let me Abeton, you there?
Yeah, Pap.
Okay, where am Magrebit? All of you'll be there. So the MPFL, Taylor decided to take Gbanga after he settled down. That we call normal town now. Normal town. By the end of 1990, by October, November 1990, Taylor decided that, okay, Gbanga will be my base. So Taylor left from Habel Hills. Buchanan was the first base. You remember that? Then he went to Habel Hills, Division 45. From Habel Hills, then Taylor moved to Gbanga. When Taylor moved to Gbanga, he settled. Because in Gbanga, Taylor had the advantage of luxury. Because President Tobo had built a presidential villa in Far East. There was a presidential mansion. There's a presidential villa in Bon County, in Gbanga. So that's what Taylor called a executive mansion. He was not wrong. It is an executive mansion. So Taylor moved up there. Gbanga became the capital of Greater Liberia. Then Taylor formed the NPRAG, the National Patriotic Reconstruction Assembly Government. Because the interim government of national unity was in Monrovia under Amos Sawyer. So interim government never had no county. They had small piece of Magibi and Monserrato. That's all they had. So the war ceased. There was a ceasefire. By then the octopus started in October of 1992 when Taylor decided that he wanted to take Monrovia. But the octopus had an adverse effect on the MPFL. The MPFL lost a lot of ground. But now I want you all to listen. Because especially the people who don't call, because you call, you ask straight question, I will be vexed. That's why I'm breaking it down so. The MPFL lost a lot of ground, a lot of territory when they initiated Operation Octopus. Because Operation Octopus was fighting 7 countries that consisted of ECOMOG and the Armed Forces of Liberia and the United Liberation Movement, ULIMO. So the MPFL were fighting ULIMO, they were fighting the Armed Forces of Liberia, they were fighting 7 countries making up ECOMOG, the Economic Community Monitoring Group, ECOMOG, ECOMOG. They saw you now were speaking. There were meetings for ceasefire. After Autobus started now. The first meeting for Autobus to cease was the Geneva Convention. The Geneva meeting in Switzerland. The Geneva peace talk was represented by the Armed Forces of Liberia, Lieutenant General J. Hezekiah Bowen, who had become a warlord now because AFL had become a war in fashion, technically. So Hezekiah Bowen represented the AFL. Amahaji Kroman, the late Anahaji GV Kroman, Alhaji Gagzim Vamoyan Kroman, represented the Ulimo.
Yeah, we know.
ECOWAS was represented by the ECOMOR Force Commander at the time, Ulutonji Ilorin.
Okay.
Major General Ulutonji Ilorin. Mm-hmm. The National Patriotic Front was represented by Charles Ganke Taylor. The interim government was represented by Amos Claudius Sawyer. The Geneva pistol did not hold. It broke.
What year then?
1992 November. January 1993, you had Yamoussoukro 1. Yamoussoukro 1 in Côte d'Ivoire. These very names are called represented the different organizations and represented the different institutions at Yamoussoukro 1, Côte d'Ivoire. It did not hold. Yamoussoukro 2 did not hold. So we are talking about 1993. You're talking about around February now. Yamoussoukro 1, Yamoussoukro 2. None of them hold.
Taylor is in Gbanga.
Taylor is in Gbanga, but Taylor had lost ground. The only two counties Taylor had by 1993 April, the only two counties Taylor had fully were Bong and Nimba. Imagine, but other 12 counties.
So who are defeating him for the 12 for other counties?
Yeah, other warring factions.
As the war went on, warring faction emerged. Mm-hmm. So right after Yamoussoukro 2, Liberia Peace Council came into the picture. LPC on a George E.S. Sigbebole. You understand me? So and we are the cover rare along with where they get any Ruth Attila Milton. They were the people, but you know we're talking. You understand me, brother? So the longer the war, the longer the war stay, the more war revival coming.
Because you have to understand now, some people have endured great disadvantage in the war. So they say, you know what I mean? Nobody can care about I form my own war faction. Yeah. I form my own war faction for protection.
And now
that's why Papi told me, look for defense force for protection. Not to advance or attack.
No, they are holding. And that happened after Bakedu, after the Bakedu massacre. Different story, different day. I got to be talking about massacre and then, I get old.
Yeah. And not only that, I think also to have a seat at the table, when the spoils.
To have a seat at the table, Bogo. But I'm ready for my mom. Bogo, yeah, what is it?
They got spoils of war.
Yeah, yes. So, when the spoils were being divided, also wanted to have a seat at the table.
Yeah, so they got to make noise.
Yeah.
They got to make small noise. But LBC made great noise. And LBC became one of the strongest warring factions ever maybe in Africa.
Different spoils of the war.
Spoils of the war, yeah.
More yo-yo.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mula all coming, money coming. Yeah. You understand me, brother? So, but after Yamoussoukro 2 failed, Taylor started feeling the effect now, the adverse effect. You understand me? MPFL was losing it, brother. Taylor had lost his brother Nelson, his older brother, Bamaneji cut brother.
In the fracas?
Tell me, brother, Nelson Taylor died. Nelson Taylor was eaten. The cannibals. Nelson Taylor was eaten by human beings. Nelson Taylor was eaten by the LPC.
Wow.
Yes. Taylor older brother, one man, one pa. The man who named after Charles Taylor pa, Nelson Philip Taylor Jr.
You getting?
That the man who LBC 8. You understand me? Chat, but I the 8 they eat Nelson Taylor like the rest. They ambushed Nelson Taylor between Sano.
But he was fighting a war?
He was Nelson Taylor, the regional chief of staff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Nelson Taylor. Nelson Philip Taylor, handsome man, brother. He was killed in a Mercedes G-Wagon. I'll never forget it. His senior bodyguard, Stephen Punney, the Liponels, and all the things. But I will tell you these stories. We'll get to you. You understand, brother? They killed Punnels. Stephen Punney, brother. He spoke opium more than Paul Mali.
Wait, I know what Stephen Punney. Is it P-U-N-N-I or P-O-N-N-I?
P-O-N-N-E-Y.
Oh. What you are?
He smoked marijuana more than Bob Marley. He's a family friend of mine, brother. His older brother is called Moses Punney.
So you related to Cornelius Punney now?
I don't know. Yeah, Punnels. But you have Punnels, you have Ramo, you have some Kugu picking away. You have Joe Babu, all the picking over Nelson Taylor, the Iruga. Yeah, the Iruga. Easy. Yeah. They ate them like rice. Like walking.
They ate them meat.
Yeah. They were
like
meat.
Wait.
They ate Nelson Taylor. So Taylor looked at it, and when Nelson Taylor died, MPFL started losing a lot of hope. Besides Nelson Taylor, MPFL in the Autopos, MPFL had lost one of the greatest sponsors, a man called Bob Hoff, Robert Hoff. Oh, white man, you're making me go deep now. Robert Hoff, a white man. He died. My living witness is General Kuku Dennis. Because Kuku Dennis was with Robert Hoff when Robert Hoff got killed. And Kuku Dennis almost got killed in an ambush in a place called Nyompeng Town. In Grand Bassa, number 4. Nelson Taylor, how to call it, Kuku Dennis almost got killed. And Bob Hoff, Robert Hoff, died carrying over $500,000 to Charles Taylor. American, Bob Hoff. But yet it means Bob Hoff, Robert Hoff. His nickname was Ray Hay. Bob Hoff died. A special force from the MPFL, William Obley. William Obley died on that in that ambush. But it was not easy. That when LPC showed a real true color. General Begon. But when I was talking, you hear about small children. Don't go Begon there. Don't go war boss then. But don't mind it to MPFL get picking like Winston stepping in. Demonstrator. MPFL get Matasi. MPFL get Magwan. MPFL get Friday Kwibuga, Chinese Jabo. You understand me? MPFL get Junior Wemo, J1. All of them come battery again, MPC too.
But yes, sir.
Tabo 12, right? But Tabo bossing between Yela, they coming to duo. But when I was talking about so. Then you get Mama Poo. The menu, Mama Poo, yeah. Mama Poo.
That's all.
Hey, but Mama Poo. But Mapu is working directly on Friday Kwibuga, the Chinese Jabo, Jabo everything.
Why did you mean Chinese Jabo?
Chinese Jabo, he very ugly, but I get desperate cross little boy, Chinese Jabo. Yeah, Friday Kwibuga, killer. He's a killing machine.
Where is he now?
He's here, he's in that. Oh, he died, very good guy. Ugly then increase, Bogo. Yeah. Chinese Jabo. So let me go quick with my head, you know. So Autobots were against Taylor. But then Taylor had turned mostly away from the special forces. The special forces were not doing it for Taylor. Because when I check their age now, Bogo, those people were between 47, 48 when they came. Going through the bushes, the wear and tear, you know, already. Look, I was hitting 15 and John Mansu then, Sadamo Sewa then, Edward Mland then, or Johnson Lehman, or John Tier, or Dobo Menka Zone, or Sensei Greng, or Sadamo Sewa, or Bros Gongano, or
Gongano owner.
Yeah, but Joseph Lama. Look at me using. You understand? All the near calling look our owner. The only young special forces who were around, but they were playing a low, that made us say boy you, that made a Benjamin Yeten, that made a Joe Tua. But I call it Nido there. Look, I was playing a low. Autopon, I pre one finish dying. Tomo Kumba Liberia. He had died now. Augustine Way finished dying. And you understand what? So last time Felix and having dying. Poor V finishing now. You're drinking Lego passing around. But poor V Mona me stay fighting. Mohamedullah. Angola forces. You understand me? So the revolution going on and MPF losing it. But the fighting of me thing, you understand? But MPF only get enough is a shit their own war other people go against them. Captain Mao and trying their best. Oscar Cooper. Captain Mao, but he did best. He child Brendan. He did the best. You understand? John Richardson. Yeah, John Richardson. So John T now only operation was breaking up bridges then. So Egomo can cross to intercepting territory. Because it was rare, brother. So Taylor agreed. Taylor agreed for Bamako. A peace conference to go to Bamako. You getting me?
While he is sitting in Gbanga.
Taylor only get Gbanga, Ganta, Sani Kwe. So Taylor only get Nima and Pong.
One thing that you haven't done, and I've been trying to get out of you. Taylor sitting in Gbanga. What was the atmosphere?
The atmosphere that Taylor get in Gbanga is a quiet atmosphere. You can't know war for them. You understand? That Taylor got Gbanga looking like Monrovia Normal Day.
Nightclub.
Let me name the club. You get Black Scissors.
Gbanga.
You get Burn Nest.
Gbanga.
You get you get Black Scissors. You get Burn Nest. Then they have one other place. See, and Jibaha right on the road there. Jibaha Guys 101. You get Guys 101. You get Bread Nest. You get Black Scissors. Black Scissors were owned by the Field Artillery Commander Major General Martina Johnson.
A Jew.
Yeah, but now they get graduated from Swim, but that's stupid person.
Coroner in Belgium.
Oh, she's in Belgium.
In Belgium, she was down on the house arrest, but they free her now. But she's still they're looking at her.
Irish.
She might either be in Antwerp.
Sexy black girl, fair and farmer, but it's super.
Yeah.
She was eating a lot of all the different
So people play basketball.
People they get tournament in Gbanga. They get tournament.
That's a normal day.
Normal Gbanga get match. See Martin open, but Methodist open. Topman Grey United Methodist Mission High School open. See Martin open. Cottington get back to school. Gregory Common on Cottington.
Aji.
Oh. But when I be talking, I will hear somebody here with moral pencil. Gregory Common going to school. That ain't Gregory. That video high school here, Gregory, that maybe 10th grade, you know, he clever. You're small, post up. Small anymore. You see, I adore. You see me. You know what? How you feeling? I know. Shut up.
They can call it IG dog.
You'll be arrested.
To hell with IG, man. I didn't IG, man. I didn't. Ente Eddie, his mother. Ente Eddie. Beautiful woman. The woman. Pastor can't go to school. It's too big.
So you preaching to me that Charles Taylor stay
Charles Taylor got Gbanga. Yes, Gbanga is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's
thriving.
Gbanga is thriving.
Yeah.
Ganja is thriving. Ganja is thriving too. Bloody.
It's a metropolis of peace.
It's a metropolis of peace. Gbanga, you never know warfare. You never know.
They use a wear miniskirt or skin tech.
Miniskirt, no skin tech. I do what they get and do now. Wear skin tech under the tries under the clothes. If you hide in the sexy neck, no. A miniskirt. You wear long skirt. You wear miniskirt.
You know, Gbanga people are normally quiet.
Quiet people, and guess what? Now? The MP commander that Pereman Saki. Sagboli honor him. The Sagboli body former representative where he bluffing. He honor Saki. The man got Konosaki, but Saki very quiet, friend of everybody. But you see Saki fucking care, you care what? Saki fuck you quietly. You don't get order. You don't point finger.
Man. Keep it.
Nago logo bago. You. Saki fucking care.
Hey, you on the radio?
Sorry. Oh, still ready yet? Sorry.
My man, this is the Blue Show.
Hey, you know,
uncensored.
They ain't suspend me, man.
Uncensored.
That's doing he didn't see one, and I will report him to IG, but wait for my time.
Yeah.
So,
I got that.
So you got that part, right?
I would get that.
Yeah.
Basketball tournament going on.
Basketball tournament going on.
Open.
FPRC oil coming from Monrovia. People go to church, but people go to carry church. You pay church, people go pray. Everything, no kidding, man. Go.
According job going on.
Tell me, job going on. Say we're going working. Everybody doing a thing.
What are they?
Put our coming from Abidjan. Put our coming from Abidjan. Put our coming from Accra. Put our coming from Yekepa. Put our coming from Monrovia through the Baba Zone. We all the join that.
I heard they have one jeans clothes factory there. Clothes come straight from Abidjan, straight to
Hey, brother. Leave us since eh? Leave us for Leave us for brother. Brother, big here. All tip. But brother, then listen now. You got Gbanga, eh? First brigade. You got a first brigade is in charge of Gbanga. You know who first brigade commander general? Junior Wemo. Junior Wemo. I talk about here. I'm feeling proud. Jewa. Tell me. Jewa handsome trained soldier. You don't try Jewa. Brigadier General Junior Wemo. Okay. Now in Gbanga too. Jewa controlling. He's the battalion commander. You know, he's the brigade commander general in Gbanga for Gbanga. But there's a lion in Gbanga by the name of John Cassius Jacob. Lieutenant General John Cassius Jacob. He's in Gbanga. Lieutenant General, at the time he was a Major General Nixon Gay, but then Nixon Yedie Gay. But then he was Marine Division Chief of Staff he was at Camp Garingo. Cassius, be careful. Cassius, your days are numbered. Cassius, we are comrades now. So, brother, Gbanga don't play you can do stupid. I go back to the topic. They went to what's the name? Bamako field. Bamako pistol. Stay small.
You said something here. Gbanga, that's someone you can act stupid.
Gbanga, you can't do stupid, but you can't. But I see soil men walking with guns say ha in Gbanga. Yeah. Everybody all right. Everybody looking good. And you get almost 7 different divisions in Gbanga and division headquarters in Gbanga. Remember that? Chairman of the John Chief is stupid. Chairman of the John Chief, the chairman of the John Chief of Staff, John Tier, is in Gbanga. The deputy chairman of the John Chief, Francis Mehu, he in Gbanga. Remember that? The Minister of Defense, William Genzi, peace be to him, before Daniel Chia, is in Gbanga. So, but I know what happened. When Bamako failed, then they have Cotonou. Cotonou Peace Accord, Cotonou failed. Cotonou went on 2-3 more failed. We in 93, right? 1994, they have Cotonou 2. Cotonou 2. When they have Cotonou 2 early 94, this is around February 94, Taylor did not go to the second Cotonou agreement. He sent Jukonti Thomas Woyo and Major General Benedict Batua. The journalist he sent was Reginald Goodrich.
G.
To go talk about what's going on and all the thing and You know what happened, brother? Cotonou fail again. And you understand me? ECOMOG air race slowed down though. It slowed down, but Cotonou failed. Then ECOWAS, through President Sani Abacha of Nigeria, decided, and Jerry John Rawlings of Ghana, two of them peace video Argentina, decided to have one big peace talk. Let everybody come together. Let everybody express themselves. Let everybody come. Ghana and Nigeria will sponsor it. And we'll not have it on land. We'll have it on the water. We'll be on a yacht. We'll have it on a yacht. We'll be in the water on the Volta Lake. You know, we'll be chilling. We'll be drinking beer. We'll smoke weed. We'll do everything, but we'll talk about Liberia.
Podaro be there too.
Podaro gotta be there, but I don't. Me, Podaro go together. They are synonymous. You know the guy say? The guy say we will have Akosombo. Charles Taylor. You know what we're coming to now? The fall of Gbanga. Gbanga. Charles Taylor is alerted in late August that you have to come to Akosombo for the peace talks. You got to come. You got to get on the voter list. We have lecture. So they say, okay, but who all going? He say, oh, Alaji Kroman, Roosevelt. That's not, you didn't want to break on now, my children. They get you didn't okay, you didn't want to now. LPC then there. So they say, okay, everybody will be there. Say, yeah, you have to come. Say, okay, I'm coming. Big up on that, but then Taylor had established a relationship with Abacha. Now, this was Taylor's advantage. Taylor was never friendly with any Nigerian president. He was not friendly with Babangida. But then, and now because Babangida was domain. You understand me? So when Taylor, when Abacha took over from Babangida, Abacha overthrew Babangida, the friendship between Taylor and Abacha got tight through General Ishaya Bakut, who was ECOMOG Force Commander here. Yeah. So Bakut hooked Taylor up with Babangida. I mean with Abacha. So Abacha said, you gotta go, my man. And you know Abacha had a habit of not leaving Nigeria. You don't leave Nigeria. Abacha never used to leave Nigeria. So Abacha said, but go there. Go over there. My representative will be there. And that's how this guy from ECOWAS chaired that meeting, Mohammed Ibn Chambers. Chaired that meeting in the yacht. So Taylor left on the 2nd of September 1994 to go through Côte d'Ivoire.
He drove through Côte d'Ivoire.
He drove to Côte d'Ivoire from Liberia through Ganta, Segrepie. No, Ibaba didn't Tiaple. Segrepie, Kene, Butuo, cross, Loguatuo, he crossed. He drove into Danane, drove to Man, got on Air Burkina from Man and flew to Ghana. Air Burkina. Courtesy of Blaise Compaoré. Taylor gets to Ghana September 5th, 1994. The meeting is supposed to start September 7th, 1994. Taylor gets there on the 5th. Taylor goes through all the shenanigans, all the days, On the 7th of September, Taylor meets with Alaji Krumah, Taylor meets with other guys. On the 7th, he met with Roosevelt Johnson, he met with Krumah, he met with all the, he met with Bole, other guys. You understand me? He met with this lady, or Ruth Attila Milton, she represented the LPC, she enjoyed Bole. On the 8th of September, that was on a Wednesday, September 7th. On the 8th of September, Thursday, 1994, Ulimo K attacked and captured Gbanga. Complete deception. But
we having peace talk.
There's a peace talk going on. Mm-hmm. The peace talk, the day the peace talk started, the very day, the morning of the peace talk. The peace talk may not have even started because Gbanga was attacked around 5:45, 6 o'clock. So the peace talk had not actually started. Like on the day of it, like prior to start, Taylor got called.
Intelligence.
Taylor got called before 8 o'clock to alert him to return, to leave the peace talk immediately. Taylor on the water, on the voter river. Mm-hmm. But then, Taylor said, hold the fort. I will not move. I will have the peace talks. Hold it if you can. If you can't, leave it. Where's Kasha Jacobs? Cassius have been missed. Now, Cassius was missing in action prior to Taylor leaving. So Taylor knew that Cassius was MIA because knew that Cassius had been cut off from Belafana. So Kajos was behind enemy line now. So Kajos had to bust out from somewhere. And Kajos was the highest ranking. When Taylor leaving, Kajos is in control. But Kajos was missing in action. The late Lieutenant General John Namanya happened to be on the ground and acting in Kajos' position along with Major General Matthew Chibley, Wild Geese commander. So y'all will get to understand me now that Taylor was in a predicament, but he did not make noise already. Your senior military officer behind enemy line. I come into that. Taylor had just ordered finally the day before he left. Not the day before he left on the 5th. The morning of the 5th when you were leaving. Taylor's last order was the order of the execution of Lieutenant General Nixon Yedie Gay. Because George Dwana, Major General George Dwana, at the time Brigadier General George Dwana, had arrested Nixon for conniving and mutiny and brought him from Camp Garingo to Gbanga. Jack the Rebel, George Dwana, captured Nixon. Nixon was conniving and Nixon was arrested and turned over to the Omen. The Omen gave order that Nixon be executed. Cassius Jacobs. The order went to Cassius. You understand me? So, Cassius executes Nixon. Cassius returns to the front line, gets stuck, gets missing in action. But now you listen to me. Cassius gets MIA. Nixon is executed. Nixon's command position is Nixon is replaced immediately by the third man in command instead of the second man. Nixon is replaced by Lieutenant Major General then Melvin Sobani, who was director of staff at the time. Nixon deputy remains Siafa Norma Amoeba. You understand me? And his chief of operations remains George Dwana Makosa. George Makosa Dwana. Taylor left all that noise. But the civilians did not know about the noise in Gbanga. They know old Nixon, you understand? But they now knew Cassius MIA. Few hours later, after Nixon capture, now knew Cassius MIA. Taylor goes, on the day of the opening of the meeting, Gbanga falls.
Completely.
Taylor is in a complete catastrophe. But Taylor remained calm. And he said, if you cannot hold Gbanga, retreat to Ganta and sit down in Ganta. Ganta final result, all hands on deck. Samuel Vani, Mose Blah, Junior Molba, Pove Monami, Sarah Toi, Sarah Johnny, your whole Salala area. Army Division. Junior Wemo had retreated now, but Junior Wemo gone Ganta away. First Brigade. He and DKB, Daniel Briswell. Because DKB debited to Junior Wemo. And you know, the First Brigade retreated Ganta away. You got Namaya injured now. Namaya whole stomach open. You only a wing testing and finish carrying him to Abidjan. So those names are called just now the Insarala Torota Army Division. Pour cover. Kono cover. So the MPFL now, then Ulimo, so MPFL have been attacked by Ulimo and coalition forces from Monrovia. Coalition, Brandon Samoga picking in now. We can go deep and all the thing. Brandon picking in. Coalition from the interim government. Again the AFL. Again the legit. So Taylor look at it, Taylor say, you just hold Ganda for me. Can I send you go to Yekepa? You know, you're just holding for second part. You're holding place for me. I come in. Let me end the peace talk. But now the peace talk lasted for 14 days. Still, you know, me to hold that place for 14 days. You know, for enemy to knock out in for 14 days.
That's the definition of men.
That's the definition of men. But guess what now? You had Junior Wemo. You had Matthew Chibley. You had Martina Johnson. You had Cecilia Lewis. You had Amy Red, Season BA. That junior near going to
Woman, man, that is in.
yeah. You get tea and store, tango 12. You get tea and store, the late general tea and store, you had tea and store. You had Jolly Rebel, Joe Dwana, you had Sound of Normal, Avatarico, Grand Doodle Ball. Okay? Avatarico, Grand Doodle Ball, Sound of Normal. Hold up, brother, 7 of a year, but Sound of all, Sound of Private Football, every Saturday morning with people, yeah, brother, see how far, what do we do? Look, I say Friday young. They can't even be a possibility. Grand Doodle Boy, yeah. Sound no more? But he's very intelligent too. He went to swim mission. Very smart guy. So you had all of that General Sobani. You had General Zach. Okay? You have Matai Singh. You see, these are the guys I was talking about. Right? So then you had General Mosquito, Christopher Vambo. So when Taylor returned from Akosombo, Taylor found out that there had been some conniving
insurrection
within the MPFL that caused the fall of Gbanga. And Taylor decided that he would look into it through a court martial board headed by Lieutenant General McDonald Bourne. And who all found guilty will be executed. You had on that list Major General Marcus Sibo, Executive EMPGF. You had on that list Brigadier General JJ Dotte, EMPGF. You had on that list Major General Kobe Kebe. You had on that list Battalion Commander Colonel Junior Gore. You have on that list Deputy Battalion Commander Lieutenant Colonel Junior V. You have on that list Winston Stepney, demonstrator. Yeah.
How the list came about? Or yet get up on it?
No, Taylor, intelligence was coming in. You had G2 working. You had Brigadier General George Mansour. Special Force, Special Force George Mansour. George Mansour can say that, brother. If you're watching you, you get information on all of you. All the time what you doing, George Mansour watching you. George Mansour, he here. He in Maria here, right here. I don't want to get address, but he here. I don't want to get a light address, but he here. George Mansour. George Mansour tell Chatterer say your power woman, he Chatterer will believe it. Tell me, George Mansour. Can lie to.
Plenty people die for that day.
Yeah. Maghreb, come here. Maghreb. Come. You understand me, brother? So, all the guys, Taylor killed about 12 generals. Okay, Brigadier General Ojukwu Larry. Ojukwu Larry, now let me tell you how Ojukwu Larry died. You always laugh, but I serious thing how Ojukwu Larry died. And we take 2 minutes, I will talk quick before I summarize. Yeah. The soldiers have started to carry on a whole lot of atrocities, and harassment. You understand? Atrocity. The soldiers they were doing all kind of crazy there because you don't want to hear. They were taking diazepam. Some kind of tablet.
Diazepam.
We never had tramadol, but we had diazepam. Diazepam and 10. So the soldiers would take it and they would drink like you. Then they get drug now. Hey, look how they did. Look how Kipo. Look how this there. Look how Cobrary. So you know what happened? When Taylor came from Ghana, Taylor put it under control. Taylor killed 12 generals. Imagine 12 generals. I didn't kill you, but yeah, Taylor get 12 generals, 12 generals and colonels, battalion commander, brigade commander, general. Yeah. So Taylor sent for Ojukwu Larry, refined guy. Don't smoke, you don't drink. You know, you're a nice guy, General Ojukwu Larry. But he fought in Wenshu, he fought in Gamu with Angola forces. He was good. So Taylor sent for him. He said, Ojukwu, the soldier misbehaving here in Ganta, and this is my new base. So I want you to form a special task force. And you'll raid all ghettos in Ganta. All the ghettos you're raiding. I don't want my soldiers, going in ghetto. and your make sure you carry all the mandate that all pharmacy only give the drug by prescription to anybody who go buy them. It should be that prescription should be behind from the Methodist hospital from that double or that Willico. You know how you go out there, Jadira? He said, "Gee, I want to go my knees ball." Stone breaker here. Jadira say, "Oh, Onjugu." So me we bring the war. My neighbors, boy. Stupid picking that you wear. I tell you, general because you fight in Gamu. Is it what? He said, but I don't want to see your Jugulare. He said, Jazzy, super black. I don't want to see your Jugulare. General Jazzy allowed me when they get General Jazzy all of them. If they get General Jazzy all of yeah, Jazzy, well, look at G-Money. He said, G-Money, you know what I mean? Because in Abidjan, but I'll call you, I'll get very. He does get mention money, but I know G-Money, right? Yeah, they can't go. You get G-Money, don't they? I think fast, you know, right? You go. I'm going to get G-Money. Straight Abidjan. So don't sneak up. Yeah, but I care what you will have charged over vet. He regretted later, but he said, on Juku, you tell me no kind of bullshit? On Juku direct? But I ain't about Juku direct. Oh, Jugu Larry. You understand, brother? And but before I close, and maybe we'll continue. I don't know later.
Let me say this. It's 9:00 right now. We gotta go. Open up the phone line. But next week we'll get into the actual battle.
The battle, yeah, but yeah. I just don't know how it started, but the battle.
So I think we'll cover a lot of grounds tonight. Pop, if you're done, let me announce the number so we can get a few callers.
Yeah, but another number.
086-107-107, 0770-107-107. What's your take? Talk to the Pops. Hot 107. Yes, sir. 1 minute. Where you call from?
I'm here Major Godo, according from two community.
It's here you 1 minute.
Yeah, I'm over the public telling how Sam Bugari work you.
Hey, you wave at 9 o'clock. I Sam Bugari work easy. I do. I will tell you next Wednesday. Call me soon.
Hello.
You remember me? But then what wrong with it, Jimmy?
Yeah,
Sam Bugari, tell that long story there.
Sam Bugari was
Sam Bugari. $1 million wedding.
Hello.
Hello? Yeah, what is it?
Yeah, Ojugu
is it what? But what I mean is Ojugu Larry, yeah. I think Ojugu Larry when I like Jesus tell me they dead to Ojugu Larry. They boss it here. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, Red Bull Lebos they play there in Ghana. They boss it here at door.
Solomon Jokolo from Matari.
What's your age?
Yeah. That is what picking in Gbanga. All I did in Cory.
Oh, you remember Ojugu Larry? General Ojugu Larry?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ghana when he went Nino Sport.
But people are with Martina Johnson.
Who are people?
You call it Kono War at that time.
Where is he?
Kono War.
He's a try to pick up that war you talking about?
Yeah, Kono War, you try the four bar visa.
Yeah, they stay at truck driver, the brother, big gunner, opium smoker.
Right. Hello.
I don't know what war, but I'm black talk.
Yeah.
Artillery minute.
Yes, sir. Then we call from.
Iron Gate.
Let's hear you, Chief.
Iron Gate where? In Brother?
Probably.
You don't harass me over there.
Start with the story. If they say you are just there on the phone of the war, eh?
Oh, you won't give me Wyatt?
Because just imagine everything that you say in land, guess what happened?
Oh, but my son, we MPF people now.
Yeah. Let's get that the age of 22. Then
very young. Kasha.
Kasha just the age of 25.
Yeah, Kasha 25. Before your 25th birthday. Yeah.
Yo, my man, you're cool, man. I read like a history. We'll talk it up.
How you know Kaja? How you know Kaja? How you know Kaja?
Kaja was a man, my man, and I got a handsome man, my man.
But I don't know Kaja handsome like Konaba.
DJ Blue, like Kaja.
Yes, sir. There we go.
Yeah, Daniel E. Williams from Lower Magidi.
Yeah, Daniel. Yeah, what is it, Papa? What is it?
Yeah, but before you go, I beg you, please name the 12 generals that were executed by Tila in the full of Gbanga fell. I beg you, Bobby.
All were not generals, or they were commanders, but all were not generals. And I will call a few of them. And some are owner. That JJ Dotte, that Kobe Kebe, that Margot Sibo, that Kaja Jacob, that Ojugu Larry, that Junior V, that Junior Gore. Man, I can't remember all the guys, man. It'll be just damn, man.
You, man. We're praying for you, Papa.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, hello?
Yes, sir. There we go from.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much, man. I've been monitoring the show.
Where you calling from?
God really give you retentive memory.
Where you calling from?
Thank you. It's been long too.
I'm calling from Brewerville.
Okay.
This is Christian.
What part of Brewerville?
I said, this is Christian Ship from Brewerville. You talking about this in Brewerville.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm following the entire story. And you still need to go further.
No, but I'm finished.
Yeah. So next week, we'll finish this episode.
Next week we will talk about the attack on the morning, Thursday morning, that rainy morning.
Yeah. So every Wednesday, the show will be live from 6 to 9 o'clock. But you can hear the rerun tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Hello.
Yeah.
Hi.
I'm going to former calling, man.
Calling from?
I love the public so much. Everything is here, right? After Capital Man. Everything you have said is in line, it's true. I witnessed it. I was up to that time. All the guys before I knew them. And I really see how ready we can get this program forward. I really love the way he organized it.
All right, thank you so much. When we put these things on sticks, we tell you to come buy it. Yo, we're not gonna buy it, so we just got it. Hello.
Hey, who that man?
They're calling from Mars.
Yo, Saturn or somewhere.
All right, 907, one more caller, and then we call it a day. Right on the big station. Hello.
Yeah, DJ.
Yes, sir.
Something I want to add on what the Papi just said. This is Dominic Akuegi.
Okay.
Dominic.
Yes. When the Gbanga fell, killer came from Ghana. He came for inspection. When he inspected Gbanga, he gave his sap to local parking, and he saw the destruction. He remained right there. He gave instruction that Kasha Jacob, along with the generals that was arrested, their faces should be put in. They should tie their faces with this don't rest there, empty one, and bring them to Gbanga Highway there and execute every one of them. Because he knew that these guys, they were involved in bringing Ulimbo to Gbanga. You know that all of the Guinea Federal women that were selling rare oil in Gbanga, they were working for Taylor. They used to carry the oil in the Conakry. They went to Ulimbo K Bay and they saw Kasha Jacob in a white gown. And they took picture of Kasha and they brought it to Charles Taylor. So Kasha never knew that this information was against him. So when Gbanga fell, Taylor knew that Kasha was the one that brought it gas in. Yes.
Okay, Bobby, yeah, you go there. Last one. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Here we go, man.
Yeah, Blue. Yes, we don't hear you calling from Performance Bridge.
All right, let's hear you.
Yeah, Blue. What's over the problem? I joined you too much, but I got one question for you. Yeah,
ask the question quick. Ask the question.
Yeah, I want you to give me the phone number about 1,000. Yeah.
I don't know Matt Tyson revenue. I know you need Matt Tyson. I know he carry on. He carry on massacre in Canada and all. I know he revenue.
Yeah, but can you describe it just briefly? The decision of physical morphology?
I don't. I'm gonna give you Matt Tyson physical morphology, my man. Look, don't give me that. Matt Tyson, are you calling?
I think Matt Tyson said.
You know, care people kind of physical morphology.
Let me say thank you. Let me. Before we go, let me do this for our listeners, Pops, and I want you to just decipher this for 1 minute because after the fall, this is what we're getting to. Listen up.
I see. Okay, you want?
Forces come.
Oh, definitely. As soon as they arrive here, in the shortest possible time, I will then proceed to exercise the invitation granted me by the President of Nigeria, and I can rest a little bit and then maybe come back after a little while. I said that I, for the sake of peace, would step down from office to give peace a chance in Liberia. It was not President Bush that made the call on me to step down before I decided to step down. Bush is late on this matter. So my leaving from office is not dependent on the arrival or departure of the Americans. My leaving office is dependent on two factors. One, my willingness to do so, and secondly, the presence of an international force that will stabilize the situation in the country as I depart. So it's not the presence or the absence of the Americans.
I never want to say, but now we hit the lead.
Oh, we gotta give it.
We gotta see y'all later, man. On the big station. See y'all, man.
Good night.